Mgtow, Millionaire, Lesson 25. How to Get Rich, Part 1. Welcome back to my little corner on the web. This is Fucker Truman, your host, back with another video. After going over our previous videos, audios, and lessons, we get down to the nitty gritty. Remember, do what you love. And starting from that point, let's do some differentiation tactics for your business. Have you ever gone to a TJ Maxx store? If you compare it with any other one, Walmart, Walgreens, whatever. TJ Maxx normally has this kind of a rotation policy that every 2 or 3 days they flip the inventory and present it to you in different ways to keep it in like a fresh state. It looks kind of it's the same thing, packaged differently so you can feel more attracted to go to a store more constantly, because at least you view it differently. Every time you come back after a week, it looks different. So it keeps you interested. That's why they are the number one retailer of all the big chains right now. Differentiation. So what can you do to be different? In the case of Americans that move to South America to put their businesses, they basically copy whatever business exists in the United States and take it to small countries in Ecuador or Bolivia or Uruguay, and they copy it under their own name before they get the official franchises get there. In those countries I mentioned, there are several proprietary versions of Starbucks that exist there, and they're making a killing. The only thing they did was move to a country where that didn't exist and wasn't going to move over there anytime soon, and they created that, and after 6 or 7 years of pushing the brand by copying exactly the same model that Starbucks does, they became millionaires. Now, let's go back and go over to TJ Maxx. In TJ Maxx, there's one thing that I want to point out to you. Touch. How important is interactivity or touch over your products? People sometimes just love to, they just go to a store and you watch them. They just walk around the different products and they just like to touch them. Touch the racks of the clothes, the items or other products, and they just walk out. But you just love to go into the store and touch them. They love the interactivity. And eventually, that person that goes constantly at the store, because every 2 or 3 days it gets modified and you just have the constant of going constantly over there, they end up buying something. That's the same thing that if you have the money to push a little bit further up the chain of a standard business, mom and pop business or standard hot dog stand, this is the next level. You must create the ability to touch your products or have an interactivity with your customer. What is a Starbucks basically? It just allows you to buy coffee. Isn't it easier just to prepare the coffee at your house, at your home? Isn't it easy? Isn't it easier, quicker, faster? It is. But people like the fact that they get to buy something that's a little bit cheaper than going into other similar establishments and gather around and talk to somebody else. That's what to avoid spending too much money. That's what they call the quick and fast dating, or quick and fast place to just meet and talk with somebody on the cheap. That's what Starbucks and coffee shops have become. Same thing here. You want to do service and goods, you have to do the same. Let's use the example of a hot dog stand. And how can you push it to the next level? My friend, as I referred to in the last two videos, has taken the hot dog stand to the next level these days. And I had a conversation with him lately about it, and he told me, right now, we just have a couple of places that are very near offices, lunch. So we have a small office lunch combo for all the workers around here in South America, and they normally don't have time. So what we do is we have a small touch screen on the hot dog stand for them to touch and select their product really fast, and it gives them a sense of interactivity, and we have a small app that goes into their phone, and they can pre-order everything after they buy one time physically on our point of sale. So in other words, these guys come down the office, they're really worried or they don't have any time, they can do a pre-order. And that pre-order is tied up to a PayPal account. And they swap their card, they buy it, it gets processed, they receive the order, they have it ready, and by the time they come by, they take it off, take it up, and they leave. And that's why he's making a killing with those little stands, because very few people in South America do that. Maybe that's one way you gotta go. But remember, the interface that you will use for your service provider and system that goes into the phone of your clients when you want them to have remote orders, that people nearby that are in offices and work in the corner, whatever you set up. So you can do a pre-order that's prepaid using PayPal and their debit cards. It's very important that you take in consideration that you give them a nice looking interface. If you ever seen the Fallout games, the one that you play on your phone, on the Fallout Shelter game, that's a very nice interface, and my friend modeled it after that. So it looks nice, it's easy working, and it has a very professional look to it and very slick, and it has a very nice the logo of his company of hot dogs is a dancing hot dog, basically. That looks really funny, and he just dances around and says, hey, today we have these specials and everything else. And every time they buy more and more and more, after the 5th hot dog they get a discount, as everybody else knows. After the 25th hot dog you get a ticket for for some prizes, and after you get he basically does like a lottery system to see who gets a prize, and some guys get very nice headphones, wireless headphones and stuff like that. And people just keep coming back because they are not just getting a product they like, they'll probably get benefits, tickets to a small show in town or something like that, or products itself, headphones, as I said before, and stuff like that. And just by giving that service on people that are already buying your product as an extra, even though that reduces his income and his bottom line because he's giving away some money, he also creates brand awareness and goodwill, and goodwill matters a lot when you're small. Of course, those techniques can be applied only once you have a working system or a working business, and you have some leeway with the income and you can invest into that. But it's a killer. You already have differentiation regardless of what you sell. Even if you sell the same thing as the other guys, how you sell that thing. So you want to be rich? Do it like my friend does. Make a service that's personalized to your customers. How can you do that? When you sell it, make sure that they have contact or touch. As long as they can touch the product in some way or some form where they feel it's personalized to them. Even if it's selling a freaking hot dog as an example, you have a loyal customer for life. A good product plus a personalized service is the ultimate key. That's the one key I learned from him, and that's why I want to start this channel with using the example of his hot dog stands. And this is how he really got rich. This is how he really got to what I told you before, the $20,000, $25,000 net earnings each month in total, because he's in a small country. But multiply 25,000 times 12. That's good money. So that's extreme tidbit today. You want to get rich? Personalize the service to your clients. Use an app. Use a touch screen. Move around your inventory like TJ Maxx. People need to touch. People need to feel that it's fresh. In other words, if you stand up in a car wash and you have girls washing your car, or at least girls saying wash your car for $1 and they are in a bikini, you gotta change your girl every 2 weeks because it gets boring and people get tired. Same thing here. That's the tidbit of the day, and this one will really get you rich if you do it right. Somebody else can sell hot dogs next to you, but if you have that app and that personalized service so they can basically buy it on the go using their phone and then just pick it up as they go, your service is already differentiating from the other ones. And setting up a service like this for your customer's phone should be around $3,000 to $7,000 if you buy it with the proper people on Fiverr, maybe even. So I just gave you a few ideas. As always, these biases, comments, and ideas are for entertainment purposes only, and no liability is applicable. I have to cover my legal basis. As always, thanks to all my subscribers. I hope you're doing really well. Like, subscribe, and comment, and share, because now we're starting to get into the nitty-gritty on ideas or things that you can do with your business to make it rich. So get on it. And F to those who don't like hot dogs, I just love them too. Anyway, Truman out.